Hello and welcome to the Department of Moose Information. This is a web game show created for you by some of the people who work at Loose Moose Theater in Calgary. I am your host, Dave Ware. We have two teams tonight, and we are going to put them through a series of challenges to see who comes out on top. So tonight we have the red team with Captain Rob and his teammates Jen and Dargy. And they will be facing off against Ken's team in the blue. And alongside with Ken, we have Alexa and Albert. All right, red team.
Jasper St. Clair, goddammit.
And his nom de plume, Jasper St. Clair. Rob's team, we need a name for your team, please.
Yes, our team, we've all decided that our team is called
Particles.
Doom in the Emerald Depths.
Doom in the Emerald.
Wow. Way to be on the same page, guys.
Particles is the next one.
And Ken, what is your team called?
We are Cultural Misappropriation.
Nice. Ooh.
No, that would be cultural appropriation. Wait, would it?
Edit?
I switched teams.
Yeah, we have to restart the show.
Yep.
All right, so we have three different rounds.
Just be thankful we're not called misogyny.
Yeah, I wouldn't fit in.
Yeah.
We have three different rounds tonight, and the first round is called Truth and Lies. So what's going to happen in this round is one of you've all given me statements that are either true or false. I'm going to read one of those statements, and the other team will have to determine whether that person was telling the truth or whether they were telling a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight we're going to start with Alexa's statement. And Alexa's statement says, I've been bitten by a monkey.
Yep.
Where were you bitten?
Mexico.
No, where on your body?
Oh.
It was bit on the monkey.
That never gets old.
It was
That's
bit
a
on the
classic
monkey.
bit.
It wasn't a bit. I'm just dumb. No, it was on my finger.
Okay. And why were you near this monkey?
It was just one of those resort things where they bring a monkey around on a leash and they're like, take a picture, take a picture. We're by the pool. You're all drunk.
So what kind of resort was this?
It was
all inclusive.
Yeah, it was an
Say one
all-inclusive.
I'd like to say any resort in Mexico. pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was also the same resort where on Christmas Day they brought the three wise men riding camels on the beach.
And then drink a tequila shot out of the monkey.
Were they a mariachi band?
Yeah, I know. At dinner they were.
I have a question. What kind of monkey?
I don't know. A sad monkey from.
Oh, was it wearing a hat?
No, he was just wearing a leash.
A vest?
Nope, no vest, no clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Did it
No
draw
lights.
blood?
No, it didn't.
Allow me to use my anthropology 101. I believe it was a New World monkey. Thank you.
Well, we would have known
Correct.
that for certain since it was in Mexico, but also I think probably because, and Albert, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yes, I can.
a lot of the monkeys not included in the New World category are actually apes.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just knew if you're in the Americas, it's a New World monkey. That's all I know.
What happened to the monkey?
Fantastic
after
use
it
of your
bit you?
time, guys.
What happened to the monkey after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just kept posing with people. They literally did not care. They were like, nope,
They didn't put
put
him
some
down.
rum on it.
What was your reaction to being bitten? Did you scream? Did you cry?
Did you put
Oh
them
no, it wasn't a hard bite. It was just like a little nip.
Oh.
Okay, well,
I'm
I made
ready.
my decision. Yeah.
All right, guys, you're actually kind of out of time anyway, so
I think it's true.
True.
I think it's a lie, abject, but I'm outvoted.
so Rob, on behalf of your team, you're going to say this is true.
This is true.
All right, Alexa, was that the truth or were you telling a lie?
It was a lie. Wham, 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 wham.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a lie.
Well done.
Well done, Alexa.
You know how we know? Because Alexa has never demonstrated monkey powers, and she would have gained monkey power.
That's exactly right.
You would have been Monkey Woman.
Damn it.
Yeah, I would have been.
All right.
Okay, So we'll move on to the first statement from the red team. This is from Dargy. The statement is, I was at one point the highest paid ice cream salesman in Canada.
True.
Yeah, we don't need to ask questions.
Like, where were you selling ice cream, Mr. Dargy?
In Calgary for Dickie D.
Ooh.
So
You went to Dickie
was this on one of those carts? Was this
Yeah.
on one of the carts with the bicycle thing?
Yeah, bicycle cart.
Were you
I
selling them?
Okay, so is it a commission thing, or do you buy the ice cream and then you got to resell it?
You buy and resell it.
Were you the last of the Dickie D's?
No, I was not the last of the Dickie D's. There's a bunch of us. Really
Guys,
big.
I have a perfect question.
Yeah.
What's the song you play on your cart?
It was bells.
Oh, so it wasn't like you just rang the bells?
Yep,
Or
that's
does
all
he
you
mean
did.
Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield? Could have been. I don't know.
Oh, it's like this little
It's
bar.
the theme from The Exorcist playing as you ride your bicycle.
It was okay.
Did you save your cart?
No. Yeah.
How
yeah,
long
What was
did you
your
sell
what was the
ice
number
cream
one
for?
flavor? What was the number one flavor?
It was the Rocket Pop, the one with the blue, white, and red.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry,
What
What's a creamsicle?
it's got the cream inside of the orange, Albert.
Ooh, he's tough.
what
All
how
right.
long did you sell ice cream for?
One summer.
How old were you?
Is it pronounced Rebel or Revelo?
Revel, but the Americans pronounce it Revelo.
Ooh.
Sorry, what
Why
was
do
your
the
question?
Americans
Tell the
pronounce it
truth, guys.
Revelo?
What's that?
Why do Americans pronounce it Revelo?
I don't know.
Because there's an O on the end of it. That's why. The O is silent.
Usually.
Where was your route? Where?
Bonus.
This is all checking out, guys.
Yeah,
There
he's
is a place called Bonus. That's true.
From
he's undefeatable. I would say this is absolutely true.
Okay, guys, you're
Yeah,
pretty much out of time. So if you can come up with a team decision.
Yeah, I'll say it's true.
Blue team, you say this is true. Dargy, is this true, or were you telling a lie?
This is 100% a lie.
Ah!
Oh!
It
I
just
did
totally-
sell Dickie D, but I wasn't the top seller.
Wow.
You were the worst seller.
I was terrible.
No, you know what? I should have known when you didn't know the song. Should have known when you didn't know
The
the song.
bells. It's a
Yeah, that's why you were the worst seller. Any good ice cream seller knows it has
there
to
was
be
a song.
You gotta have a song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
It's the
has to be
Wu-Tang Clan.
green-sleeved, and it has to get.
You would have been the top seller if you were selling doobies and became the doobie dee.
Dickie D.
doobie doo.
All
All
right.
you needed was you're supposed to be playing Turkey in the Straw, man. Turkey in the Straw. Over and over until you go insane.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to move on to the next statement, and this comes from the blue team. This
Oh.
is Ken's statement.
Hmm.
I was once so late for a ferry ride that I rode the baggage conveyor belt to get on the boat.
That's
Hmm.
true.
Ken, I mean, classic opening question. Which ferry was this and where?
Yeah, that is a classic opening question.
This was.
I ask it every time. Doesn't matter what the topic is. I ask.
Did you not,
What is?
who went to journalism school here? I believe that I have a classic opening question.
This was a ferry between Hull, England, and Rotterdam in Holland.
And what
Did you
made
have
you?
permission to do this?
Basically I was late. I was totally late, and there was no other way for me to get on board. So like the last thing they do is they get the last of the baggage off the conveyor belt. The gangplank had already been removed, and so the only way I was getting on that ferry was going up the conveyor belt.
Were you drinking?
No,
Had you been just previous to this?
no, I had not been drinking previous to this
This is
because
a lie.
I was in Amsterdam just 2 hours before.
Were you high?
Oh, I was when I was in Amsterdam and realized when I looked at the date, oh my goodness, I should be in Rotterdam taking a ferry to Hull, England.
All right. Well, that makes a lot more sense. I'm ready to make my decision already.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, red team, what do you think?
I'm voting that this is true, and I'm voting that it was probably some like Rotterdam former like laid back weird European dudes who are like, you can get on the luggage, it's fun.
It's fine.
And I'm also guessing that this was pre 2001. Based on the
Pre
story.
9/11, yeah. This is definitely pre 9/11.
Agreed. Agreed.
So, red team, you guys are going to go with true?
True.
Sure.
All right, Ken, was that the truth or were you telling a lie?
It was absolutely true, and in fact, there was a 45-minute wild taxi ride from the train station to the ferry station with a Dutch taxi driver who was like, "Oh, I said I have to be at the 6 o'clock ferry," and he goes, "Oh, it's 5:15. You'll never make it." And he says it's an hour away, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then he goes, "How much guilders do you have?" And I said, "I don't know." And he goes, "I'll do it for 100 guilders." And I said, "I only have 75." And he goes, "Done." In and out of traffic all the way. He gets me there on time. I arrive at the ferry station, and as a polite Canadian, I'm standing there going, "Excuse me, pardon me, I'm supposed to be on that ferry." The taxi driver gets out of his cab, runs inside, and says, "He has to be on that ferry right now." I don't know why he was rushing.
Russian. Yeah.
All right.
All your accents.
Yeah, they're all my accents.
That was some extra entertainment for you there. All right, the final truth and lie statement will come from the red team, and this is from Captain Rob.
Oh, yeah.
I once drove a Zamboni around center ice at an NHL game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right, well, classic opening question.
Mhm,
What
yeah.
kind of ferry was this?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. It was a BC.
Yes, very
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What,
I just want to follow the rules of journalism and always
Yeah.
ask the classic opening question of what
That's good.
ferry was
What
this?
kind of ferry is this? And that's why Trump is so hard on the media. I think he
Okay, who is playing this NHL game?
Flames and someone else.
Mm.
How old were you when you were on this Zamboni?
Would have been 24.
Why?
What model of Zamboni? What model?
Oh, the XT 7000.
Oh, he knows his stuff, guys. I don't know. Sounds true.
It's unshakable.
Why did you do that?
We were there as part of like a promotional thing. They had some extra tickets that they'd given away to us because we were doing like promo communications work, and they were like, "Oh, well, you should go sit in the boozarium section that was sponsored by one of the beer companies." And we did that, but then that came with some extra obligations to be chosen as like the famous representatives of the boozarium section. But I think they were expecting that we were going to be like super hammered, which we wouldn't have done because we were very professional. So they ended up insisting that I ride a Zamboni.
Ride a Zamboni. I thought you said drive a Zamboni.
Well, I mean, it was operating there was a vehicle operating at center ice, and so
But you were on it.
you were driving. I was on it. Yeah,
But you weren't driving it.
not in control of the vehicle, but driving in the context of
not driving.
I don't understand why you have we're going to get into syntax, Ken. I'm going to break down the use of my gerund phrase for you. We can go there.
Did they mock you?
What's that?
Did the audience mock you?
I think they were hoping that I would be too tipsy to notice that the audience was like that they would be mocking me, but I was just like waving and being polite. But then when I got off of the Zamboni, they were really disappointed.
We will mock you.
But you have to you don't just get to be on the Zamboni. You have to be on that Zamboni for like 15 full minutes.
Well, it does the whole
that's
thing.
like that's a long trip.
Yeah, it's a long trip.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah, I think.
What's the name of the mascot? What's the name of the Calgary Flames mascot? Quick!
Harvey the Hound.
Ooh,
Checks out.
Checks out.
unshakable.
I don't know, guys. What do you think?
I would say
I feel like it's believable enough to be false. I feel like it's.
I agree with Alexa. I think, yeah.
Right. I think it is false just because Rob's new haircut.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, they're going to go with false. Was that story true or false?
This story is true. They insisted that I go down and ride around in the Zamboni and put on a hilarious hat and play a horn, which I did, but I wasn't drunk enough for their satisfaction, which shouldn't have made sense to them because they had got us there on a professional basis, and then they were like, "You should be drunk," and I was like, "What? No." Anyway, I waved at a bunch of people, and after a while, people were like, "This is some guy on the Zamboni."
Man, I'm bad at this game.
That's some fantastic news. So we've reached the end of the truth and lies section. Just wanted to check in. Everything okay with your chair there, Jen? Or
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you almost fell.
No, I
you
didn't.
may want to go back 3 or 4 minutes and watch.
Jen,
All good.
What is more interesting to know is that Jen actually doesn't have a chair.
she's just squatting.
Kneeling in front of the camera. What amazing thigh strength.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of the first section, and the score is currently 5 points for Doom in the Emerald Depths. Rob's team, Cultural Misappropriation, has no points.
Sports Champington is trying to do the Talking Heads thing from Days Gone By.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you may ask yourself, why am I in this show? And you may ask yourself.
You may ask yourself, why did I get here? And you may ask yourself.
All right, we're going to move into the second portion of tonight's
It's a reference that, well, no one cares about. Okay, good.
Second portion of the show, Dave.
I'm just doing this for Dennis. I'm just trying to be more engaged for Dennis.
Yeah.
God. Booze.
We're going to move into the second
Good enough for
portion.
you, Jen. Sorry.
I'm going to edit all this out, boys and girls.
This hilarity?
Okay, so we're going to move into the second portion of the show, which is our hypothetical section. I will ask a hypothetical question, the same question to both teams, and then both teams will answer the question, and I will score their answer between 0 and 5, depending on how interesting or creative or good I thought it was. Since you are behind cultural misappropriation, you can go second on the first question because that gives you a bit more time to think about it. So the red team will start. And your question is, you have the power to transport a furious elephant to any point in history. Where and when do you send it?
Oh my God.
Furious, hey?
Furious elephant.
Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee. The Munich Olympics, Berlin. We can send it. Where do you send a furious elephant?
I just want to say that Rob thinks the Munich Olympics were held in Berlin.
Wait, where were the Munich? Where's Munich?
Munich.
Just outside of Berlin. It's like a.
I'll tell you one thing. It's not in Berlin.
Oh, okay. Where's the when those Olympics were in 1952, right?
Yeah,
right
that's the one.
Right after joined.
Can I just listen to Rob try to misremember history for an hour? That's more fun.
This is the show now.
They put up the wall, and then
and Ben Johnson ran the 100.
Yeah, and then The Rock.
The
Rock tore down. The Rock tore down the wall.
I remember that part.
I want it to be some famous game that everybody remembers.
Oh, yeah, chess match between
like
Gary Fisher and Deep Blue. I want to send a furious elephant to a chess match between Gary Fisher and Deep Blue.
Gary Fisher, hey.
I want to say like deep, like day 4.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, did you say Carrie Fisher?
No, you said Gary Fisher, and I'm trying to determine whether you meant Gary Kasparov or Bobby Fischer. Which was it?
Bobby Fischer.
No.
Like I said, I could watch Rob misremember history for an hour.
Carrie Fisher.
Oh, Carrie Fisher.
Berlin Wall.
Carrie Fisher.
Help me out here. You know more about Carrie Fisher.
You know, they played chess in Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Well, I for one want to see the elephant at the chess match.
You guys go ahead.
I don't know what
We'll have to use about 90% of your time, so come up with something quick.
This is fine.
What about
It's so simple. You send
the
it
crash
to the
of
birth of
Hindenburg?
Hitler.
Crash of Hindenburg. Was the
Now,
elephant
No,
on
the
the
birth of Hitler.
Albert, you're going to be answering this
horrifying.
question.
Yeah, we got to answer this question
I
later.
thought this was our turn. I thought you were telling us our turn. Sorry.
Wait, what?
No. What?
Okay, red team.
Yes.
I need a
Yeah,
final answer.
We've lost our captain.
You know, time travel to the beginning of the show and stamp, like, just get rid of all this.
Maybe that's what prevented Albert from getting here in time.
There you
Right,
go.
there's that freaking elephant.
Right? Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna give
Your hypotheticals where?
The beginning of the show is
I'm
my
going to
vote.
give you 2 points.
2 points.
2 points, that's all. That's all you're getting.
Wow.
Yes, you did nothing interesting with the elephant.
That's
All right, guys, time to catch up.
Not
Birth
Carrie
of
Fisher.
Hitler.
All
Okay,
right,
I was
birth
thinking
of
birth
Hitler.
of Hitler too. Yeah.
I like the birth of Hitler. I like instead of Hitler. Hitler's mother
Yeah.
births a furious elephant.
Yeah, in the
doctors
womb.
were like-
We're putting that elephant right in the womb.
Right in Hitler's mom's womb.
Okay, I was thinking more like, I'm sorry, Mrs. Hitler, your baby has died, but we do have this baby elephant. And she raised it,
But it's a furious baby elephant.
but it's so mad.
It's
It's
a
so
mad.
at the
because
Jews. It's so mad at the Jews.
It's got a little tiny trunk.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
little.
That's the thing. That's the irony. We've changed nothing.
And
The
then
history
We
still
Hitler-
replaced Hitler with an elephant, and we've changed nothing. History
Yes.
still goes down the same way.
the world will remember a baby elephant with a little stash.
A little stash.
And
Makes
there's
the history books a lot cuter, though.
except except the triumph of the will now has 4 points. That was pretty good.
Yes.
Wow.
Carrie
Okay,
Fisher playing chess and getting stopped.
Can't go
by
wrong with it. Can't go wrong
Carrie,
with Hitler.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher played chess.
okay. Blue team. This is the second
Wait.
hypothetical question. Red team, you'll be answering after the blue team, so don't give away your answer.
That's first. Okay.
All right. Here's the question. Blue team, you are offered $3 million. So this would be each of you, I guess, so you can come up with an answer.
Okay.
You're offered $3 million, but you have to wear a mullet for 2 years, and you can't explain why. How?
Is it our own hair or is it a wig?
No, it's your own hair cut in a
Oh,
mullet.
yeah, then I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean short, long for sure.
Jeez, Dave. Yeah, you're way overpricing this. You should.
Yeah.
This is a $10,000 thing.
It's like a
I
15 bucks.
I
thing.
would do this for a case of beer.
I would do it just for the attention.
Case
Okay.
of beer, 3 years.
Can we
What's the
pause?
mullet for? I got this case of beer. Well, I wouldn't even
I'll take the
explain.
$3 million.
I
I'll
have
take the $3 million.
I have $1 for you, and Alexa, I have attention for you.
Great.
Both of you grow a mullet starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow.
Already
You know, it's
done.
not going to be hard in this COVID-19 no haircut thing. I'm halfway there.
How do you explain it to people then when they ask? Because you're not allowed to tell them why.
I think I would like to go with this is my favorite haircut.
Can I go with?
Ooh.
Who's it?
Yes.
Screw you, Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Anybody ask? That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just tell them.
And then at the end of the 2 years, I would say, I am so sorry. I had to do that. It was $3 million. You do understand.
All right, blue team, 3 points.
Great.
And red team, same question. You're offered $3 million.
You know what, Dave? 1 point to you for the question.
Well done, Dave. Well done.
$3 million. You have to wear a mullet for 2 years, and you can't explain to anyone the real reason you're doing it. How do
Well,
you?
Bernie seems to kind of already be on his route, on the way, so not an issue for him.
I got the party up top currently.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm in for
What
sure.
The party's supposed to be in the back, buddy.
What happens if you can't grow it?
Oh. When does
Said Mohawk,
when
right?
does the 2 years start? Does it start when I grow out the mullet, and at what point does it become a mullet?
Too many questions.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
That's actually very philosophical. When
Yeah.
does a mullet?
When does a mullet become a mullet?
Yeah.
Is it always
the
a
party
mullet,
out
or
back outweighs the business out front.
Oh.
if you get a haircut before it's done, are you killing the mullet before it's done?
If a
Can you
mullet
keep
grows
it
a
like a
wood.
low mullet?
Sorry,
It's
what?
gotten surprisingly deep.
Can you keep a low mullet? Like how much mullet is there?
Oh, it's a full Seinfeld mullet.
Okay, and should your front be spiky too?
No,
No,
It's business up front,
Yeah.
I don't
party
think
in the
you
back.
understand the mullet at all.
Yeah, no, I would have.
Business up front, party in the back.
First of all, I would have a Billy Ray Cyrus. I think.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Who you remember
Thank you,
best?
Rob. Absolutely, Rob. You've totally
Yeah.
nailed it.
Joe
Exactly.
Dirt kind of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
now
yeah.
you're on the right track.
No, the
Yeah.
Billy Ray
yeah.
Cyrus was the
Yeah.
classic, man. That was, you can't.
It's his great mullet, and
Yeah.
I think you know, his work under Nixon was really proved him to be like the triangular diplomacy between Billy Ray Cyrus, China, and the United States. I think was
Yeah, I
probably
think that was unleashed at
Monumental.
the.
I swear, I just want a
Olympics.
podcast of Rob talking about history. I just want to hear.
guys. I'm pretty sure that was. Didn't Billy Ray Cyrus write Diplomacy? Is that not his famous work? Achy Breaky Heart and Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, I heard enough.
Yeah.
4 points to the red team.
Yay!
What?
To the Billy Ray Cyrus.
We gave him most of that.
That's true. You did give them a lot of it, so
Oh.
it's on you.
So another point to us for no reason.
oh,
decree.
congratulations, you guys! Yeah, good job.
All right, that brings us to the end of the second round. The scores are currently Doom in the Emerald Depths, Rob's team, 12 points.
Oh,
Cultural misappropriation, 6 points.
You know, we deserve it for our name.
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Okay,
We
Now
we
we're
have a
going-
lot of guilt. We have a lot of guilt
A
over what
lot
we've
of guilt.
we're now moving into the third part of the show. This is pickup lines.
Okay.
And in this portion of the show, I will give you a category. You will give me lines that would fit inside of that category. I will score those lines. I will give you 2 points if it makes me laugh or if I think it's funny. If I don't, then you'll get nothing, and you'll like it. Yeah, there's a lot of potential to pick up a lot of points in this portion. So let's get ready to do that. And you will signify that you have an answer by putting your hand up so that I can see it. And that way I'll know, and I will try to call from both teams equally. Though if one team has more, they get called more. That's how it goes. It's not fair, guys, just like life. The first category, bad things to hear on an airplane. Rob.
Thanks for flying Air Canada.
Ken.
This is your pilot speaking. I'm just gonna take a nap until the Ambien kicks in.
I have so many questions about that. Albert.
All we have is Diet Coke.
Rob. Alexa.
Hiya. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, I forgot
I'm
mine.
done now. I'm done.
No, I didn't. Our in-flight entertainment will be cats.
Jen.
Yes, I'm pilot. What's the matter?
Oh, the Ambien kicked in.
Dargy.
Yeah.
Dargy.
This is Captain Mike. Thanks for flying with us today. This is my first flight back after losing my wife and my dog.
Jen again.
Oh,
Ken.
yeah.
This is your captain speaking. If you look over to your left, you won't be able to see the engine that's on fire on the right.
Nice. Albert.
Hi, this is Captain Sully Sullenberger, just getting back on that horse.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next category. This is weird things to see on a billboard. Rob.
Bartles and James. It's booze?
Alexa.
Is that my ass?
That's weird.
Ken.
Oh, this is Comfy Ed's Dead Emporium. Try our new Comfy Dead Coffins by Dead's Dead Emporium.
Darky.
Season 12 of Kim's Convenience.
That's a lot of seasons.
Jen.
Still a virgin? Call 403-266-72.
Who else? Albert.
If you lived here, you'd live in a billboard.
Mm-hmm. I've often thought about that.
Darky.
You only live once. Funeral homes for millennials.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business idea.
Are you tired of this boring life? Try to be a terrorist.
What? Was that Arnold Schwarzenegger being a terrorist?
Speaking billboard.
Wait a second.
Make billboards illegal.
Nice. Okay.
It would be weird. You have to admit that would be weird.
That would be so weird.
Yeah.
Third and final question for this round. Things you won't hear from a sports commentator. Jen.
And the Flames take the Stanley Cup.
Oh.
Alexa.
Why don't they just talk about their feelings?
Albert.
I have to admit, I thought Rob would be funnier on a Zamboni.
Dargy.
Beckham shoots and scores.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Rob.
Well, they're doing a great job handling the ball there, throwing it at the Lenny?
That's
anyway,
the
they're
goalpost.
doing a dynamite job of it.
Ken.
Well, that was an exciting soccer match.
Careful who's judging. Albert.
I don't care who knows it. I think all races are equal.
It'd be weird to hear that.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
You
We're going
will
to call
not hear that from a sports commentator.
No.
We are going to call it there. I'm going to do a quick tabulation of the results while this is happening. Okay. I know how many that.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Dave, while we have a chance.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah. Well, we'd like to thank our sponsors.
The Munich Olympics.
Oh, were those the ones in Berlin?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the Angry Furious Elephants. Okay, guys.
Huh?
Guys.
I'd like to thank 4th Street Rose for sponsoring the show.
Oh yeah, that's where the real party is. If you get invited to that one, you know you're at the cool party. Man, the first time I got invited to 4th Street Rose,
Yeah.
Boston Pizza. Oh,
There you go. Hey,
All right. I can now.
you're welcome, Rob.
I can now tell you that Doom in the Emerald Depths, the red team, Rob's team, you have 32 points. Cultural misappropriation, the blue team,
Nice.
Ken's team, you have 32 points.
Decided nothing.
We have a tie.
Can we
Tiebreaker.
just go home?
We will break the. Yes, the game is over.
Can we go home?
We will break.
Oh,
the-
wait, I am home. What am I saying? I am home.
Everyone's home all the time now. We will
Can I
break
go out?
this tie. Each team will put forward one champion, and I will offer this a choice to you. Would you rather each team puts forward a champion and they take turns insulting each other until I declare a winner, or each team declares a champion and each one comes up with a catchy slogan for a product that doesn't exist, and whichever one I like better wins?
Oh well, on behalf of the red team, we're too sensitive for the insult thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
I would like to vote. Jen, oh, you're on this side. Jen, come this way. No, other way.
But on my screen, she ain't.
So,
My screen
oh,
is-
this way. No, come this way, Jen.
Okay,
Yeah.
each team, you're going to come up with a slogan for a product that doesn't exist. I want only one slogan from each team.
All right. We choose Rob.
We choose Al.
No, don't choose me. Do not choose.
Don't
Al and Rob are like two versions of the same person.
It's been done.
God damn it.
All right,
It is
Rob,
spoken.
you may go first.
What is the product?
Well,
we
he's
have to
not
make
gonna
up the
tell me the
product
slogan.
and the slogan?
If it's
Okay.
important, he'll tell me.
Garsh nuts. Get them in you.
Okay. Blue team?
I'm sorry, what was that? Could I hear that one more time? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Garsh nuts. Get them in you.
All right.
I've got him in me.
I do too.
Oh,
Steve's.
It's
Steve's hot dogs. They're unbelievable.
oh, that's good. Oh,
And
man.
that's the winner right
Yeah.
there. Blue team wins the game.
I had that one loaded from the get-go.
sitting on that for years.
Cultural
Oh, saving on that one for a year.
This one's going to be hot. Just wait till I get to Steve's hot dogs.
Someday
Got it written on his
Dave's
hand.
going to ask me for a slogan, and I'll be ready.
That will bring us to the end of the match. So cultural misappropriation will win the match 132 to 32.
That was a Chinese say
Done.
shalom.
The tiebreaker was a very high-scoring tiebreaker. So that brings us to the end of the show. So thank you very much for watching. As we said earlier, we're all improvisers from the Loose Moose Theater, and since we can't bring you a live show right now, we thought this would be the next best thing. So if you're able or willing, we would love it if you could, buy a ticket or something to that effect. Show some appreciation for your local theater comedy scene. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Good night.